It's finally here. This is my ANACS submission I've been waiting on. They submitted it out on the 29th, but I was actually in Minnesota, so I wasn't here to get it. I missed it 3 different times through the mail. They left stickers on the door, sent it back to ANACS, and then this was going to be the last day that they were going to try to do it on UPS before they sent it up to the USPS office so I could pick it up there and sign for it. Let me go ahead and open it up, and I'll get the listing out. I'll show you what we got coming up. Okay, got the box popped open. I pulled out all the slabs that were inside of the box there. Give it this nice little bitty white box here and a divider sleeve with it. So as it looks here, I guess I'm a little blown away with the 1985D. I'd actually asked for a variety on there for the D over D because video a little while back I showed y'all up underneath the scope and I even had some pictures of it, but it's definitely a D over D RPM on there. Doesn't look like they did anything with it. Perfectly fine. I'll just have to make a phone call and see what they can do and see if they saw it, but I know I do have it on my slip whenever I send it off. So looks like we got a few things in here I'm actually kind of excited about. I'm guessing the proof there, they didn't see the S on the front side of the chest, which is kind of a bummer. We'll get to that here in a second. Let's go to the 1985D there on top. That should be the first one right here. Yeah, it's gonna be the first one, looks like. So they gave it a 64 grade. Let me see if I can get some of that off. Yeah, it came out with quite a bit. They gave it a 64 grade, but this was the one, it definitely had a D over D attribute. So understanding the 64 grade is really nice, but gonna send it back to them and let them look for that D over D. Let's see actually if we can do it under the scope. Probably not, because this thing doesn't do too terribly well with cases there. Definitely have to turn it sideways. Zoom her in. So yeah, this would have been the one with the D over D on top of it for sure. A little tough to see, like I say, in the case, but I did have some pictures on there in the video that I posted whenever I found it out of the penny box that I was searching through. Anyways, 64 grade, that's gonna be nice, especially if they can get back after that variety on there. So we'll move on, and then this is another one of those Cheerios pennies that I submitted off. I was actually wanting to see what they would have graded it to. A lot of the Cheerios pennies I'm getting are 66 red, so let's see what we get on this one. Got a 66 red again. It's still quite a bit of value in them. It's nice that they put the Cheerios designation on there also. Stands out quite a bit. Got a ton more to these actually that I'm going to actually hold on to. I want to say I've gotten 5 or 6 of these graded so far, and they're all 66 grade. Perfectly fine. Like I said, get them in a case, get the designation on there, and to let you know that I did have it in the authentic case or whatever. My Louisiana accent can't get it out. Anyhow, 66 red, pretty awesome. All right, let's move on over. Okay, this is gonna be an 1896 10-cent piece. This is actually a really cool coin, worth quite a bit of money. If it's in even at a G4 state, it was still quite a bit of money. So anyhow, let's see what we get out of it. Okay, this one should be it. Pull them all out. Yeah, so that's going to be the 1 dime with the big O on the bottom there. A G4. 1896 10-cent piece. Cool. Actually, let me take a quick second and look. I'm not for sure offhand how much this one would have been, but let me take a quick gander and I'll get right back on here. Okay, I took a gander. Just make sure I wasn't telling you wrong, but it shows in a G4 condition it's around $135. Guessing it's a key date. It has to be. There's the O on the backside. So $135 in a G2 condition, it was $50. So basically what I paid for this, I want to say I got the coin itself for $12 or $16, something like that. Honestly, I'm not for sure where I got this. I got so many of them. I want to say I've got 3 or 4 more of these. I'm not for sure if this is it actually. But, and I know I got silver bags where I got this. I got one of the 1896 out of there. So anyhow, G4 condition. That's pretty awesome. Definitely get my money's worth back out of it. But yet again, definitely a keeper. 2019 W. So I did submit a West Point quarter, River No Return. All right, let's see what we get on this one. Hopefully it's above a 64 or at a 64. This thing was a beauty. I mean, it came out of a... What's odd is actually they usually turn the coin around to where the facing of the coin is on the other side. Like all these are, all the facings are facing forward. This one's actually reversed. Huh. But like I said, this was a nice coin. Heck yeah, 65, River No Return. I'll take a 65 all day, especially getting it out of the box there. Mint luster, it had all sorts of nice shiny. The reed was good on the edge and everything too. Man, that's an awesome coin. 2019 W. And it's a 2019 also, because if y'all don't know, usually there's going to be a preview mark here for 2020. It'd be a circle there with a 75th anniversary in the middle of it. So you know if you get a 2020 with the W there, man, that's awesome. It's 65. Sweet. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. It looks like a 2022 D Wilma Mankiller. Now, going through the boxes, whenever you pull these quarters out, a lot of the times I get a lot of uncirculated quarters, and I'll go through them and I will set a towel out. I'll get my gloves on. I think I got my white gloves and everything here that I throw on, and I'll go through quarter by quarter to try to get the most luster with the least amount of scratches or blush marks or anything on it. So I'll set multiple quarters to the side and go through another roll. I'll take one of the quarters that look bad, throw it away, and put a better one there. So I'll keep swapping them out as I'm working through the box. So this is kind of one of those ones I was wanting to see what I would get out of a grade, if I can get it as high as plausible. It's got really good luster on it too. I want to say there was a little tatter marks, like it wasn't even really damage to it. It's just little tatter marks on there from when it was inside of the roll. Let's see what we get out of this one. This one's faced backwards also. 66. Man, I thought I called it better than that, but it's literally like this must be the case because I don't think that was there. Cool though. Got a 66 out of it. And it's definitely a learning curve to understand and try to see what they see in the 66 and what, I would see and so forth. I want to say it was right at a 67, 68 possibly, but I would say a 67 or so. But 66 I would definitely take all day. I still know it was in the upper 60s for my guessing. And then this is the one I was talking about, the 1952 25-cent proof. It says right here, no minimum grade provided. Coin is not the requested variety. So what's kind of odd is I need to call them back up too, because I requested them to re-slab these because I honestly didn't want it. And I know some people like these Rattler cases, but I wanted to have it reholdered. So I'll probably have to call back up there with this one here to get it reholdered and that penny there to see if they give that D over D designation to it. So not discouraged. The people there are really nice. ANACS has been really good. Calling me whenever the box came back to their location there and wanted to know the best way to get it to me. And like I say, we'll work something out. So my next rotation, which will actually be these coins here and a couple of my $50 that I got, they'll go through, they'll grade them, and then they're just going to send them right to USPS so I can go and sign for it and pick it up. Okay, moving on, this is going to be, so it's showing $1. So 1887, this is going to be a Morgan dollar here, and actually the 89 also is going to be a Morgan dollar. And I was just curious what they would get. Yeah, so the 1887, let's see. So that's 87 there. It's pretty much got full luster on there. Little bit of possible scratching over here. 63. What's that? Oh, part of the box probably looks like. Anyhow, 63. I'll take it. I don't have very many graded Morgans. 1887, nice. And then on to the last one. Looks like that 89. Let's see what we get out of this 89 here. This thing's a beautiful one too. Ooh, in the 62 grade. Perfectly fine with that. Like I said, basically what I paid for these, and then just for the slabbing on top, I'm probably gaining myself $25 to $35 additional, which just in the state that they are now, like I say, if I keep them in a slab or, you know, collect them over the years and keep them the way they are in here, they're only going to go up. Cool. Well, that is definitely a good submission so far. Like I said, I got a couple of questions on these two here. Maybe if they just missed not seeing the variety added on to the 64 or the 85D there, but I'm going to call them tomorrow and see what they got going on, see if they can reholder this one too. Like I said, I'll probably just submit it in whenever I send these in. And I guess while I got you on here, I'm going to go ahead and talk about these also. I talked about them a little bit in the past video, but this one here was picked up in an antique shop up in Minnesota. It's going to have the full bands on there. Hopefully they'll give it the designation, and hopefully they'll grade it a little higher. And I didn't pay much at all for this one too, which is really nice. That 2019 W, don't have one. Definitely want to have it slabbed up in the case too. Moving over to that 1972 DDO. This one here I was blown away by finding, because In God We Trust, and actually Liberty also is all doubled. So this would probably be the FS 104, I think it is, or 401, something like that. Anyhow, it's pretty awesome that I found that in the penny box too. I've got this 1963 Philadelphia here. This one came out of the box also, but it's got the TDR on there, because the reverse here on the, look at that rainbow coloring on that sucker. Ooh-wee. Anyways, but then the TDR actually ATES, and then some of the America is tripled. So triple die reverse. So I'm going to send that off and see if I can get that designation for that nickel also. Anyways, like I said, I got a couple more to add to that. I'll bring y'all back in whenever I'm submitting this one out and also getting the paperwork ready. But just wanted to come bring you in and show you what I got back on my submission. And it's very addicting. I like it. I'm going to keep doing it. ANACS has been good with me. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I say, ask some questions on these and then get these ready. Y'all have a great day.